You're watching CommonWell TV as we're in Orlando, Florida for HIMSS 2017. As I'm Scott Adams, and we're on the showroom floor visiting with some of our CommonWell Alliance members, one of which is eClinicalWorks and their Director of Interoperability, that being Tushar Malhotra, kind enough to join us. And Tushar, tell us a little bit about the relationship between CommonWell along with eClinicalWorks, which has been in the works here for about a year now.
We joined CommonWell about last year, just before HIMSS, so that this last year has been really remarkable for us in terms of advancing interoperability in the industry, and I think we have been able to really incorporate the CommonWell services really well into our software platform, and now it is at a position where if a customer wants to enable CommonWell and go live, it's a matter of days for enabling those services within the product. And we have made it really convenient in the sense that when it comes to enabling, all they have to do is go through an on-demand activation, and that allows for them to like from start to end, have the CommonWell services live in a matter of few clicks. So it becomes really scalable in that sense, and we expect a huge uptick in the number of providers who go live with CommonWell in the near future post this announcement, who are on eClinicalWorks. Somewhere in the nearabouts of 500 to 1,000 new sites can expect it to go live on CommonWell, who are on eClinicalWorks in the short term, I would say in the next three to 4 months.
So initially here, let's talk a little bit about client feedback. How have they responded here to the liveness that has gone about?
Yeah, so I think I'd like to cite an example for that. The pilot practice for CommonWell, when we asked them, what's the value for you in going live with CommonWell, they were like, we have 100% patient overlap with the Cerner hospital nearby, which basically goes to say that every patient that's seen at the practice goes to the Cerner hospital, and there was always a void that existed in the patient's data not being rendered in eClinicalWorks or the other end, and now that void can be filled with the CommonWell Health Alliance, and it's a very useful integration in the sense that it can be incorporated in the EMR workflows without having to do any single sign-ons or any complicated integrations, which have traditionally been the reasons why health information exchange has been so complicated. And I think CommonWell has made that really easy for the providers.
Well, given the recent announcement of CareQuality and CommonWell joining forces to promote nationwide interoperability, what is eClinicalWorks' stance when it comes to both of these initiatives?
Yeah, so we have been really fortunate in the sense that we are been part of CommonWell and CareQuality right from last year. So we have been deploying both initiatives with the same tempo and the same force. It all depends on our client base, who their critical exchange partners are. If they have a critical exchange partner who's a CareQuality implementer, they can choose to go the CareQuality route. If they have a CommonWell member that's their critical exchange partner, they can go the CommonWell route. The advantage is that either of the initiatives that you join via eClinicalWorks, you will be able to get data nationwide. It doesn't really matter. So I think it's important for our clients to know that they can join either and definitely get more value out of these integrations.
And finally, interoperability in 2017. What is on the horizon?
Fire, I would say. That's the buzzword, right, these days? But yeah, I'd like to take a step back from fire and say that, yes, of course, fire is going to be big in 2017. There's a lot of advancements that will happen, but in the end, it will boil down to what exactly do we have in terms of promoting nationwide interoperability, and initiatives like CommonWell will come into play over there because we have a trust framework and an alliance sort of, or a partnership amongst vendors, which does not exist in traditional, in this market at all. So I think that's a big advantage which CommonWell or initiatives like this have. And even though FHIR is the next big thing, it won't really result in nationwide interoperability as CommonWell is able to do that, at least in 2017.
He's Tushar Malhotra, the Director of Interoperability for eClinicalWorks, one of the many partners for CommonWell. And for more information on eClinicalWorks, make sure you visit eClinicalWorks.com/interoperability, as well as logging on to CommonWellAlliance.org.